Good day, everybody, and thanks for joining the webinar. Thank you for taking up your time and being here today for a wonderful session on the landscaping fintech into payment bubble. So, overall, to introduce ourselves, myself Hanzala Sheikh, I'm the BDM at Digipay.Guru, and along with me is Harsha, who is also BDM at Digipay.Guru, and we will be discussing the trending concept in the financial technology, which we today we can known as a fintech domain, or we can say the fintech industry overall. As an overall agenda, it will be an interesting session for our joinees also, where we will be overall exploring some interesting topics which are buzzing currently in the fintech era. How fintech aims to overcome the traditional financial activities, especially into the payment industry, and what is the idea behind the evolution, and how TSPs, the technology solution providers, have been the success part for the current fintech scenarios. Also, we will be unwrapping the opportunities in the fintech, how you can grab the market, what are the digital payment opportunities, what are the RegTech overviews, and what is the current need in the market with regards to the security, with regard to the regulations, and what is the growing finance demand in the industry. So overall, we will be concluding for the more maturity features in the fintech, discussing the future of fintechs, the e-wallets, how you can get into the market. So let me start with the definition, the overview concept of the fintech. So overall, the fintech simply is a finance plus technology. So all the financial activities that are using the modern technologies and modern techs like blockchain, or you can say the IoT or machine learning, to enhance the financial activities into the market. So the first that term is originated from the city group in 1990s, and later to that it was evolved over the period. Simply to state, fintech, that financial industries using technology to improve financial activities over the different industrial sectors of the finance. Overall, finance fintech is a multiple or a big word, comprises of multiple actors, multiple business contributions. So, with regards to the ecosystem of the fintech, there are multiple actors that combine together to provide the fintech ecosystem. Fintech ecosystems are the collections of organizations working together to reach a common goal. So there will be a common goal out of the business. So there will be one startup, maybe in the sector of payment, in the lending, in the insurance, in the wealth management. So whatever is the section, so there will be a startup idea regulated with the government norms or banking norms in the particular country, particular regions. There will be the end users, then the traditional institutions like banks or insurance companies that are providing the backend data, that base for the fintech opportunity. Plus, there is a most successful or most important part in the fintech ecosystem is the technology solution providers. So, according to the study, 30 to 35% ratio of the success of fintech companies depends on the TSPs. So, number will be increasing, or the success ratio will be increasing based on the TSP provided by them. So any company or any startup looking to launch into the market, they have to be very precise with regards to the TSPs. So the most successful TSPs will give you the most scalable business in the future. So this is about the fintech ecosystem, and how it's important to generate all the segments, all these actors into the same page. Now, let's start with the overall idea and the flow of how it is evolved since last few years, or you can say last centuries. So, in the late 19th century, it has been all evolved after the 1886, when the telegraph and the first time rapid transmission were introduced for the cross-border payments and for the financial statements. In the same era, till the 1967, there's an adoption of the credit cards from the Diners clubs and the America's banking part for the credit card launching. So this is the first era where fintech has been introduced into the market, and later to that, it was a completely digital. It is completely analog part, which completely shift to a second fintech era for the digitalization, where the first ATM was launched by Barclays Bank. So it was an era of ATM, it was an era of banking innovations for the digital banking, for the e-commerce business, for the digital stock exchanges. So multiple opportunities have been created in the digital business over this, and fintech has grasped a good feet in this era to launch the good market opportunities. So it was up to 2008 till the global financial crisis in the 2008. So after the 2008, there's a huge shift in the market where the traditional methods, when the old methods were distrusted, and the trust factor was lost by several companies, by several institutions, by several individual users on the traditional method. So there is an emergence of new players in the new era after 2008, where new opportunities in the technology have been evolved. This was the time of smartphone penetration. This was the time where several wallet companies, starting with the Google Wallet or the Apple Pay, in different regions like M-Pesa, the PayPal, the Paytm in India. So multiple companies have joined in the race to provide the financial services to the customers. So there is a need for fintech evolution in this era, where it has provided multiple plus points, multiple opportunities. In majorly, we can describe it into five major points where fintech evolution is needed. So especially for the speed, with regards to the older traditional methods, the speed is the all the transaction speed, or the activity done in speed is to be enhanced for that. So fintech has covered this part. So all the transaction and all the activities are done within the seconds. The convenience, it is on the tip of your finger. So you can do the transaction, you can do all these activities at any time and at any point of your location also. So then, with regards to the cost, with regards to the charges, they have applied with the minimum charges. So the charges were also negligible, and the cost of earlier traditional methods were very high as compared to the recent fintech providers. Plus the customer satisfaction, the user interfaces, the UI UX part for the fintech apps is very helpful for the customer to use it, and plus the accessibility for any time. So whether it's night or day, you can have the access of your transaction with your friends, with your cross border. So anytime it's possible. So we can summarize over one point over here, that the loopholes or the drawbacks the traditional methods have been summed up on. The fintech has grown is success over that platform. So the success point is only for the fintech is the drawbacks provided by the traditional methods. So overall, we can have the recent stats, how it's important and how the market is grasped by the fintech. So overall, you can see the 26.5 trillion global fintech market is going to be projected by 2022 with a CAGR of 23.58%, which is a big number into the industry. Along with that, there are highlighted points in the market that existing banks and existing financial institutions are going to be feeling to be disrupted into the market, and they are innovating. They are tying up with TSPs to provide the fintech services on the same platforms. Along with that, the banks and the credit unions are also planning that the partnership with the existing fintech company is necessary to sustain in the market. So, for getting more business, they are planning, they are tying up with fintech companies. Out of that, most important part, the digital payments, which is the largest product of the fintech domain, or you can say the fintech universe, where it covers 25% of the overall market. Let's say if we talk about the different components of the fintech, then we have, let's say we can start with personal finance. It will be insurtech, it will be mortgage, wealth management, or payment industry, remittance in the industry, registering industries, blockchain technologies. So multiple components are along with the fintech domain. So to provide with the overall idea, the paytech industry is growing numerously a good number into the current scenario, and it is going to be leading into the future also. So if we talk with the if we compare with different products, so we have the paytech industry, the leading one, starting from this fintech area. So if you talk about 2017 2026, you can see the gradual increase of all the components along with the paytech part. So paytech is almost leading in all the domain for the fintech industry. Okay, so now let's talk about the traditional methods. So how fintech is a blessing, how fintech has helped the traditional methods to grip the market or grip the existing companies into the platform or into the current industry. So let's start or let's have a core idea what traditional financial activities were all about. So they have the three major concepts over the market. So transferring the money, raising the money, and investing the money. So whether it's a bank or it's an insurance company or it's a wealth company or stock broking company. So all of them have combinedly have the three major concepts to raise the money to generate their businesses overall. So if you take the example of a bank, and we have the transfer money option, raising money and investing with multiple modules like deposit accounts, personal banking options. So it is completely shifted to another mode in the fintech era. So if we substitute each and individual options or each and individual module or feature, then we have there is a substitution for each banking or traditional substitutions for the banking fintech era. So let's say if we take an example of transferring money as a deposit account, earlier there was only one bank surrounded by multiple features or multiple providing opportunities. But now we have for depositing account, we have five competitors in the market who are dealing with the same options. Similarly, with the payment money, we have multiple competitors who are providing the same financial activities, but with better features, with better opportunities. Similarly, in investments, if we discuss about the raising the money, lending platforms, so there are multiple opportunities for each feature and each module that has raised the traditional substitutions and replaced the past traditional business into the successful fintech companies. So now I will ask Ms. Harsha to take over the call and take over the discussion further for the discussion of the maturity of the fintech, the e-wallet discussions, how you can grab the market in the current era, and how you can generate the business over there. So Harsha, up to you.
Thank you, Hansla. Thank you so much for giving us an excellent insight about the fintech solution, how the evolution happened, and how, as per the perspective of payments, how it's going further. It's come to technologies which are confirmed and widely used, like biometrics, face recognition, iris scanning, instant payments, Internet of Things. So we are kind of using our smartwatches on daily basis, and so on and so forth. Online KYC and digital signature. So the KYC process has been automized. Because of that, also the technology or the maturity of fintech is one of the reasons. The secondly would be technology is changing the way of the finance industry operates, and also the delivering services. Huge funding has been observed in the terms of fintech industry. Like huge capitals of funds have been poured in. Having said that, the investments done just of $26 billion in UK and around $16 billion in USA. That's add up that fintech has a lot of funds that have been resources that have been invested to work on advanced technologies and innovations going further. Digitalization of financial services. Digitalization, as we all know, has changed how the bank and financial organizations interact with the customers and their conduct on day-to-day basis in respect to their operations as well. Customers can easily manage their bank accounts and investments through their mobile phones without even need to visit the banks physically. Having said that, even the governments are the regulatory bodies, like regulatory supports, are being a significant role in the fintech growth by providing support uh, and supporting the regulatory environment, allowing customers to share the financial data with the help of secure third-party APIs for better financial services. PSD2 allows banks and fintech firms to collaborate and generate innovative products and services to foster fintech growth. The rise of alternative finance. Alternative finance, such as peer to peer lending, crowdfunding, and invoice trading, has become popular in most of the world. They allow people to lend, invest, and via online platforms. This eliminates the middlemen, and the banks and the financial institutes are able to offer the services at better rates. What do we expect next in the fintech? Having said that, as we all know, the future of fintech looks bright with the AI, robotic process automations, digital finance, virtual reality. It's all on the rise. Why? There are a couple of elements which are going to rock the next future fintech generation. Augmented reality or virtual reality that we talk about, it is going to be the next boom because, as per the record, according to Goldman Sachs reports, virtual and augmented reality will be the next $80 billion industry by 2025. The scenarios or sensors and things, internet of things, IoT, very basic. We've been using that generally, but it's going to get more enhanced. As simple as a technology, to give a basic example, for the sensors would be ATM machines. Now they can detect how or how many people are lined up to use the services or use them. This data are constantly being adapted and taken care of, that can help for the future or adoption of better technologies going further. RegTech technologies or regulatory technology. To explain that in a very simple way, using the technology to keep track of regulatory compliances is known as RegTech. These technologies are also designed to help financial institutions to keep up with the changing regulations or regulations that are happening in various jurisdictions around the world. Quantum computing. It's The quantum computing in the financial industry is no longer a dream. It's happening at the very right moment. It has provided significant advantages in areas of cybersecurity, trading, asset management, artificial intelligence, risk analytics, and predictive capabilities, and help in scaling up much more with a much more lower cost and resources. Voice enabled payment solutions. It's no longer like we used to have this in Star Trek, where it was a futuristic concepts. But we all know we are using technologies online, like voice recognition softwares, digital assistant like Siri, Google Assist, and Amazon Alexa to hear the balances and make payments or even do money transfers for that matter. Automation finances. It's simple autonomous finance, automating the financial transactions, wherein the day-to-day transactions are being by the use of smart contracts. Those transactions which can be automated, and fund management and insurance premiums can be set up on regular basis because of that. Robotic process automation. It involves basically the daily routine and the repetitive activities that humans used to perform on day-to-day basis, mostly the back office works and functions. Here you don't need an brain like an artificial intelligence, but your production cost reduces because of RPA getting into place, reduces the operational cost of fintech business without sacrificing the quality and the quantity or the productivity by automation. um, there are a couple of graphs that I would like to discuss as well when it comes to the global matrices and forecasting. This is a report from Jupiter Research that we identified, wherein the downloads of e-wallets globally, that is in billions numbers. So actually we are expecting anything between a 75% of increase, that is around 4.8 billion by the year of 2025. That many people are using, number of people who are using the fintech solution are pretty huge even in numbers. To tell more about the financial transactions, and by downloading more and more e-wallets, and e-wallets is creating a buzz, we do see a report which is recently launched or been broadcasted by PwC. It says the number of cashless transactions, we are speaking in volumes over here. By 2030, what we can expect from the e-wallet business or the payment industry in terms of fintech, it's approximately growth, which is shown of 82% in next 3 years, and of 60 additional 61% in the span of 5 more years going further. So that is what billions and billions of volumes and that much of funds and transactions we are expecting in the near future. Now, reason why people basically from traditional are skipping to automated or e-wallet business, why people are downloading e-wallets or switching their businesses. There are a couple of points that we have highlighted over here and identified. First of all, it saves a lot of time. You don't have to go to the branch for each and every transaction. You can just do it at your mobile phones. Secondly, it reduces declutter. You don't have to carry your debit card, credit cards, and n number of cards in your wallet. You can create your virtual cards, organize your cards, coupons, tickets, concert tickets, everything on your wallet. Anytime, having said that, virtual money is far safer than the physical cash. More or less, you have multiple cards, like multiple debit cards, credit cards. You can manage everything on your e-wallet. Secondly, tracking your spending of your funds. You want to track down where you're spending more, how you're spending, how on your credit card, how much you want to spend, on your debit cards, how much you want to spend. Everything can be managed with the help of the e-wallets that we are offering. Apart from that, you can also have your users experience. That is something which is explicit. Apart, and the most easiest and loved feature, you can share it easily. Your funds, your P2P transfers, your merchant payments, it's just scan the QR code and it goes through. uh, More or less, the more you spend, you also get rewards on this particular e-wallets. So the rewards and loyalties are something which attracts a lot of consumers going further. Now, having said that, we have divided or the types of wallets which are persistently observed is closed loop wallet, semi-closed loop wallet, and open loop wallet. To differentiate in a very simplest way, a closed loop wallet does not need a license from the central bank. And these are basically the kind of wallets which are used by merchants to sell their products or services. In this, once a customer uploads the funds, he cannot take the money back to his bank account, or he cannot take the cash back. But you can make payments via an app or a website by using a closed loop wallet. And that is, a closed loop wallet is something which all the businessmen or business enterprises are generally preferring to. And one of the successful stories that about a closed loop wallet, nothing better for a loyalty program like Starbucks. A semi-closed loop wallet and the open loop wallet. Semi-closed loop wallet is basically you can have a transactions done between multiple users, but there is a mutual contract by the merchants between the merchants and the owner of the wallet or the business startup, and allows transactions between multiple merchants, but in a restricted atmosphere only. In this, you cannot withdraw the cash back to your bank account. Open loop wallet basically is provided by the banks. You require the central bank licenses and allows easy fund transfers. You can take the money back into your bank account, but the cost expense to run this particular kind of business is pretty on a higher end. So, having said that, the huge number of volumes, having a good profit margin, having a brighter future, how can you hop onto this bandwagon? Digipay.Guru is one of the solutions that we offer. It is the leading e-wallet solution providers. We offer the next generation digital payment platforms, which is designed to revolutionize non-banking financial institute enterprises, banks, MNOs, and telcos, empowering financial and non-financial institutions with the top-class mobile wallet solution to allow customers to securely send, store, receive money instantly with a snap of your fingertips. How Digipay caters to industry needs and customers. That's a quite an we have to just jot down this in a very simplistic format or very simple pointers that I would like to tell you. We are compressive. It's a comprehensive white label online payment solution. It's faster to deploy on cloud, also on premises services. So it saves you a lot of time for the deployment. It's a one platform solution for all your needs, be it your payments, be it your merchants, agents. We cater to all those needs. Secondly, it's more secure. It strengthens your ecosystem as well. We are PCI DSS compliant, so it's more secure even. Absolutely modular architecture. So we are smart that way. When I talk about absolute modular architecture, you can have your customizations, add on modules, reduce modules. You want to customize your particular flow, bring it on. We'll get that thing discussed and get that executed for you as well. There are a couple of more advanced features that I would like to discuss today with you with regards to our product. It gives you an extensive, like a plethora of payment method services which are currently accepted worldwide or globally. Scan and pay to QR, scan QR to pay, tap and pay through NFC cards, USSD payments, even for the remote locations or people who are unbanked, virtual card payments, remote payments again. Apart from that, we also offer you solutions for all and everyone. Customer base who is banked, they can also use the e-wallet solution and take advantage of the benefits. Other than that, people who are unbanked through the agency banking module and other modules also that we are providing right now, even those can be taken care of. The businessmen who are looking forward to start up the business in the fintech industry definitely can get in touch with us so that we can discuss in more and more details how the unbanked customers can be taken on boarded and expand your customer base. Apart from that, what we do offer in features, launching and optimization of new services, getting a dynamic configurations, optimizing system performance every time you want to get your system optimized and the performance to increase, and should better and better and better performance wise. We assist you with the same solution. Monitor everything that is going through a single dashboard, track every single transactions, proactively prevent any upcoming disasters that we can expect in future. That has also been taken care of. Fast time to the market, as we told, we are a white label solution. That means the core basic product is already ready. We just need to customize it as per your need, as per your flow, and we are ready to go live. Exemplary integrations, readily available open APIs save a lot of times for any integrations with the third party websites as well. Having said that, how and fintech is to become the driving force of future, there are a few basic points that I would like to highlight or discuss with you. The new offers to the prospective customers per their changing needs. As per the changing needs of the day-to-day customers, we can customize a particular solution, and that is what a solution needs to cater to. Building a good relationship or user experiencing that enhances the customer interaction with your application. Gripping the existing data, any transactions that are happening on your platform, every data analysis that helps you to plan the futuristic goal, or to plan how you can enhance the user experience on the application system. You can experience that with our solution. Enhancing the business with redefined operation capabilities. Every business, has been changing, especially the fintech. You need to explore, you need to grow, you need to have something which is ever evolving themselves, and fintech is doing that. With the help of Digipay.Guru, we can be a part of it, a journey of it, and we can assist you simultaneously with the same. To conclude today's session, or the time that you everyone who has joined in today has spent with us, first of all, I would like to thank for everyone's presence and being a part of it and listening to me and Hansla. The key points taken to be taken away from this session today: the payment perspective of fintech is growing worldwide. The customers are accepting the modern technology and it is showing promising results in volumes as we speak. the transactions live, the number of wallet downloads are constantly increasing. The investment pouring in are huge, and the funds look even greater. Everyone who wants to start an e-wallet business and take advantage of this growing industry, we can offer them our tech support assistant, them assist them further. This is the right time to log in and check in. To connect with us, you can log on to our website www.digipay.guru or email to hello@digipay.guru. Anyone has any questions or pertaining to this, we are more than happy to welcome.
Okay, Mr. Mehboob has posted the query for the virtual card for insurance company. Sure, we can discuss this opportunity and we can discuss this requirement over there. So, if possible, can you please share us an email on hello@digipay.guru so that we can discuss further regarding more detail about your requirements and further connect for a call for that.
Any more questions from gentlemen joy logged in today?
I think Kennedy is typing. Okay, the question is how long deployment takes. All right. So overall, the deployment cycle is around 60 to 90 days with the normal or the ready product. With regards to the further customization or based on the integration, it may be plus minus 10 20 days, but it is normally 60 days from our side for the deployment.
You're welcome, Farah, for joining us the session. Appreciate. Go
So
ahead.
yeah, we can share the references for that. So it will be kind if you can share your details over the email, and we can text you the details you asked for the references of deployments around the world. Mr. Mohammed, yeah, this can be used for the cross-border remittance. So we have our core module as international platform where we provide the particular modules for the remittance business, starting from the agent, starting from the customer. So there's a complete solution for the cross-border payments also. Okay. Sure, Mr. Mohammed. We can connect after this session, and you can drop us an email, and we can also schedule the demo for the international remittance, where we can show the front end, back end of the solution, and we can discuss opportunities for that.
Mr. Kennedy, I've just entered the email address again. Please make a note of it. It's hello@digipay.guru. You're welcome, Mr. Kennedy.
Also, you can also book a meeting with us, and I have shared the link over the there, so you can directly book meeting with us, and we can directly connect over the call. So, any questions? Okay. Okay, so we can conclude Harsha over here,
All
and
right.
we can go for discussion further from our participants from there.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
all
Have a
of
wonderful
participants for the joining this session, and we will be looking further for our upcoming next webinars and our next discussions over the fintech industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Bye. Take care.
Take care.